Okay, we are at the top of the hour. Hello, everyone. Lynn Voss here from Golden Care. Thank you for taking time out of your day today to join us. First, I started out in marketing support with Golden Care almost 16 years ago. Over time, our team has grown. My position, even now, I still assist with illustrations, marketing support, supply orders, getting hard copy materials shipped out, you name it, product questions, education, that type of thing. Um, my job is to help you understand the products and to be able to help you sell the products in our portfolio. So again, our team has grown. My position has changed slightly in that I am now the senior marketing specialist. I work alongside the regional directors, John Randall and Jeff Clark. We are launching our brand new program today. But before we get into that, I did want to talk a little bit about why some of this is changing. We used to focus so much on the traditional long-term care insurance, and over the last, I would say, 3 to 4 years, Golden Care as a whole, we've been keeping the thumb on the pulse of the industry. Over time, the costs of long-term care insurance have increased. The ability for people to qualify for it, it's gotten a little more difficult. And the need is there, especially with COVID. I know no one wants to talk about it anymore, but the one good thing that COVID did was have people turn their focus to nursing homes and the current state of that type of industry in which care is being provided. You know, Nobody wanted to go into a nursing home. We were seeing those stories of married couples having a conversation through a nursing home window. It created quite a concern. It really drove and motivated people to take a hard look at what they were doing in terms of their plans, because they wanted to avoid those types of care facilities. Um, at nearly any cost. If you take a look at that stat there, 61% of people surveyed say they would rather die than go into a nursing home. That is still true today, because even though no one likes talking about it now, um, we all still went through COVID, and people having seen those stories and realizing they didn't want to get stuck in a facility like that, there is still a great need to plan ahead. So, like I said, it's getting harder and harder to qualify, to health qualify for traditional long-term care insurance. Now, it says traditional long-term care insurance, and yes, the statistic there is specific to traditional long-term care, but in reality, this has been a trend that we've seen across multiple product lines. So in addition to long-term care insurance, we've seen those health qualifications and the underwriting guidelines become more strict on even things like the linked benefit hybrids, the asset-based coverage. So it's becoming more difficult for people to get the valuable coverage they need to prevent themselves from ending up in some type of care facility. So even though um, traditional long-term care was really built to handle that type of thing, and even though the short-term care policies do still include um, facility coverage, people are really wanting to stay in their home as much as possible. Um, Going back to the statistics here, the individuals that were qualifying, or that, I'm sorry, were applying for long-term care insurance back in 2021, about 30% of the applicants who were between the ages of 60 and 64 were declined. That number is even higher once you start to look at applicants in their 70s and higher. Between 70 and 74, the rejection rate was 47%. And another thing to note is that the upper insurability ranges for traditional long-term care insurance, it stops at 79. So people don't tend to plan and make concrete plans to get something in place until they're a whole lot closer to it. They may have experienced other family members going through similar types of circumstances. They have family, friends, or acquaintances that have related their stories. So sometimes you're working with older individuals who may have already exceeded that maximum insurability range for traditional long-term care, but the need is still very much there. So this all leads to the point where the declination rates for traditional long-term care have grown over the last several years, and we have officially announced a decline placement program. So this is one of the newest services that we developed. And in fact, it may seem somewhat familiar because we have been piloting this program over the past year, maybe even a little bit longer. And it was so well received that we wanted to make it more widely available for everyone to be able to participate and take advantage of this service. So we are launching our Golden Care Decline Placement Program. So what typically happens during the sales process, you've gone ahead, you've met with your clients, you've established the need, they have agreed to the premium, they like the plan that you've presented, you've closed the sale, your client is feeling secure. But then what happens when your client receives a decline letter? In most cases, the conversation stops, but we don't want that to be the end of that conversation. You can certainly save them, offer them not necessarily a safety net, but a life preserver. You can reach back out to them and continue that discussion with our decline placement program. This is something that we have incorporated with all of our top carriers. Of course, the perfect portfolio companies that we work with, um, the obviously the Mutual of Omaha traditional long-term care. But if you're getting declines from that, we have the short-term care insurance program with Manhattan Life, the Omniflex short-term care. We have Guaranteed Trust Life Insurance Company, GTL, with their short-term care program. Both of those companies also offer a standalone home health care plan. In fact, both of them have enhanced their standalone home health care programs recently. And it even includes things like the True Freedom home care service plans. And one of the more recent additions to that is the Chubb lifetime benefit term product, where it's nearly guaranteed issue up to $75,000. That program, it just requires that a person be working 30 hours a week or more. But one of the key things to keep in mind to make this program work for you is to make sure that you're having your client sign the required authorizations. This is an example here from the Mutual of Omaha traditional long-term care insurance plans. Of course, something similar does exist elsewhere with other companies, but where you see the highlight, it says the information will be used to help me with the insurance application process or to find other insurance coverage options. This is important to have clients sign this authorization because not only does it give you some of the necessary details about potentially why they were rated up or even declined, but that also gives us the ability to obtain that type of information and do the research and find what other options or what other solutions would be a good fit. So how the program works, it's very simple. It's a 3-step program. First and foremost, gather all of your clients' details. Now, whether that comes down to the original health questions out of the application page, there's usually quite a bit more detail, specific reasons even, in a declination letter. Whether you have a copy of that, a PDF if you've scanned it, or even an email that notifies you of that declination, or other correspondence from the underwriter. And we say the LTC underwriter here, but in reality, I mean, whether you're using those linked benefit hybrid plans or other asset-based coverage, there is some back and forth with the underwriter where clarification may be needed. If you're able to forward that and provide additional details to us, it would be incredibly helpful for us to accurately find other solutions for your client. Now, I will go out and visit this page on our Golden Care Agent site after I move through the presentation, but I'll go on to the second step now. When you provide us with this information, we have our Golden Care decline placement team. So the notification comes in, and what they'll do is they'll take all of the client information. We'll take a look at the resident's state, age, all of the health conditions. We will go through and find a solution that fits their need, what they're looking for. And usually it's going to come at a smaller cost, just given that they're short-term care plans or standalone home health care plans, what have you. It's going to give them that valuable coverage to address the need for care in the future. So we will reach out to you by email, sending you quotes, pricing, consumer materials. We'll send the brochure often. If there's some strategy to presenting this, we'll definitely include that as well. Of course, the marketing team's contact information, the person who sent that would be included in that. And if you're not already appointed to sell the plan that was suggested, we can help with those steps as well, whether it's just a quick email to us letting us know you'd like to get contracted for that company or that specific plan, or whether it's filling out just a 1 or 2 page contracting addendum to let us know that you're pursuing that appointment. We'll work with you to make it just as easy as possible. On to the third step. It's this easy. You just have to go and meet with that client again to present this alternative. Now, oftentimes we're recommending that our agents use a presentation. So, especially when presenting traditional long-term care or some of these insurance plans that require a bit more health information to determine eligibility. We've been training our agents and recommending that agents start by discussing health to try to place a person, with a solution that really fits their need, and it's something that they'll qualify for health-wise. But of course, surprises do happen. They do, and they happen more frequently than we care to admit. But when that's the case, go back to your client. Again, don't let that conversation just stall. Revisit and let them know that you do have alternatives. And it's, like I said, depending on what solution is presented, it may be just as comprehensive, covering facility and home care. It may just be home care. There are a lot of different things in our portfolio that we're able to draw from and hopefully, like I said, meet the consumer need. So there are a few things to know, and one of the first things that we were asked about during the pilot program was being able to automate this process. Now, again, using that authorization form, agents do tend to receive email notifications when their client is declined. Our team can actually reach out to you and help you set up a process with your email system that would allow those specific types of emails to be forwarded. And we can ensure that those are transmitted in a way that would secure the client details. So there is a possibility to automate that. You don't even have to submit things through the form on the website. So that is something that if you would like to discuss further, you can definitely give our marketing team a call, especially when slightly larger agencies are getting involved with these types of programs, the decline placement program. This is something that would really be a huge advantage. So another thing is, if you do not wish to be appointed with a carrier that was suggested by our placement team, um, it's totally fine. There may be, certain agency limitations, or maybe they're not A rated, and we understand, but we do have a solution for that as well. Um, Specifically with your permission, if you allow us to reach out to your clients, we can actually go through, make the sale, give them that coverage that fits their need, their budget, and their health, and in turn give you a generous referral fee. We've had our referral program set up for much longer, and that is just another avenue to provide your clients with the coverage that they need. Um, Again, taking work off of you, but you're going to be getting a nice referral fee in cases like that. Now, some additional reassurances: we will never share HIPAA sensitive information. We will not contact your agent without your express consent or authorization for us. If you request our assistance, we can certainly help there. In fact, we even have the Bring in an Expert program. If you're unfamiliar with transitioning from something like a long-term care sales pitch to something more like a standalone home health care policy, or even those more robust short-term care policies, we have our experts. They're on the other end of the line, and with our Bring in an Expert program, you can literally have them on the phone with you just to ensure the whole conversation goes smoothly and things move forward without a hitch. So just rest assured, we have ways for you to upload information securely. That is part of what that form on the website was. And of course, the contact. We will not reach out. We will not market to or try to sell your client other policies. This is your client, and we recognize and respect that fact. Before I jump back over to the PowerPoint, I do want to go ahead and show you, we do have the decline placement program in the menu. You don't even have to be appointed to go ahead and use this. Give GoldenCare the opportunity to exceed your expectations. This whole program is designed to not only give your clients the coverage that they need, but it's also going to increase your income. You're going to be making the most out of every one of your client meetings. If any of you are familiar with our Agent Corner and have signed in, but we have actually included the decline placement program right there in, not necessarily front and center, but it's right there at the top. You may have already seen this decline placement program and maybe wondered what that was, or maybe you have actually gone and accessed that page. Even if you're not holding a current appointment, this gives GoldenCare the opportunity to shine, and it will just reiterate to you how strong a partnership can be with our office, where we can really make 2024 one of your best years yet. And getting back to that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my presentation again, because I just wanted to have our contact information, our team right there. Give us a chance to shine. If you've been appointed with us and maybe you've been working with certain carriers, remember, our perfect portfolio is robust. And there are some tough states, but in most cases, we're going to be able to offer some type of solution for your client almost in every case. There are some very few exceptions, but we can almost always come up with a solution that would help you conserve that sale, or benefit from that sale or make more sales, take advantage of every client interaction where you're going to be able to suggest plans that fit not only their budget and their need, what they're looking for, but also their health. So that is a really big part of it. And like I said, if you've been in the insurance industry for any amount of time, you have probably seen just how difficult it has become when looking at some of those more stringently underwritten products like the traditional long-term care insurance, like the linked benefit hybrid plans, like those asset-based options. It's so much harder for clients to obtain that coverage, and we are here for you to make your job easier, to help you make the most of every client sale, and ultimately to help you grow your business. So Golden Care here. If you haven't, visit our website at GoldenCareAgent.com. We have a ton of different information out there, including this decline placement program form. There's a lot of information, materials, resources, forms, and of course, you saw the StratDecision, InstaPivot, a lot of resources and tools available to you through our Agent Corner. If you have questions or wanted to get in touch with any of the members of our team, give us a call here at 1-800-842-7799. Like I said, starting 2024 with a bang. We're launching this brand new program, and we're hoping that we can exceed your expectations. So be on the lookout. Since you have attended this webinar, be on the lookout for a follow-up email that has a direct link to that declines form, and additional information, a CE voucher for attending, of course, and contracting paperwork too. Like I said, if you're getting set up or if it's the first time you've seen Omniflex, take advantage of this opportunity. You do have the potential of earning quite a bit of money just for that very first case. So thank you everyone for attending today, for taking time out of your day. I know all of you are busy, and thank you so much. If you have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, I look forward to working with you all. Take care. Thank you so much.
Golden Care is always here to serve you with new tools, new products, new ideas, and new innovations, and always the best support in the business to help you succeed. So give us a call at 800-842-7799 and check out our website at www.goldencareagent.com.